My role as a CTO has evolved so much since the beginning. And what is our goal in the engineering team is to build the best product. Building the best product is the best way to win. We managed to convince clients across the globe, like Doctolib, Deezer, Malt, Flixbus, Volt, Ecovadis. I would consider myself a bit like a music conductor. I'm not the one playing the instruments, but I'm more the one who is coordinating everyone. At the end of the piece, I feel even more proud than if I had played it myself. My co-founder told me that the team runs smoothly without you, but the team cannot progress as fast without you.
Hello Estelle, how are you?
Hello Louis, fine, thanks.
For those who don't know you yet, can you please introduce yourself?
Sure. First, thanks for having me. So I'm Estelle, co-founder, CTO at Pivot. Pivot is a B2B SaaS in procurement. We help companies keep their spends under control.
Okay.
So how did I got here? So I'm a 33-year-old, born in Paris. I'm a software engineer from Centrale Supélec. I mainly worked in startups and scale-ups in fintech and HR tech in Paris and New York, like Nuxio or Wave.ai, who got acquired by Alan. And over the years, I really got passionate about workflow automation, which is at the core of procurement.
Okay, nice. And can you please dive a bit into what Pivot really solves and how it's different from classic procurement tools?
Pivot is a modern source-to-pay platform who help mid-market and enterprise companies keep their spends under control while empowering their teams. So, in other words, Pivot is a B2B SaaS where you can source and onboard vendors, submit purchase requests, generate purchase orders and automatically match them with invoices, handle contracts, payments, renewals, budgets, and so on, and all seamlessly integrated with your tools and finance stack like HRIS, ERPs, or notifications. So our main differentiators compared to other legacy procurement tools are these three pillars. So a very fast implementation, an intuitive UX to maximize adoption, and deep native integrations.
Okay, nice. It seems like a big program to build all that. So you've been a CTO of Pivot since the beginning of the adventure, and your role, I know that your role has evolved a lot. How did it evolve for you, and what is the difference between your job right now and what it was when you started the adventure?
It's a great question because actually my role as a CTO has evolved so much since the beginning. So if I had to define my role, I would say that it's typically build and organize the best engineering team. And what is our goal in the engineering team is to build the best product. Why? Because actually building the best product is the best way to win over our competitors, win the customer satisfaction, but also win the trust we are building for the future. So indeed, when I started, I was like in a builder phase. So I was coding every day with the team. Then came the human scale. So we grew to 25 engineers in the team. So it was mostly about structuring, delegating. Then came, I would say, the technical scale, where we focus more on performance, incident management, maintainability, observability. And today I focus more on leadership and long-term topics, especially improving the developer productivity, developer experience, also the cross-team interactions. So yeah, for sure, the role has evolved so much. I would say the main quality for CTO is the adaptability. And if there's one word that really captures the journey overall, I'd say it's the resilience, for sure.
Okay. You said that your role is to build the best engineering team. So what is the impact of that in terms of tech culture, maybe hiring? How do you choose the best engineers for your world-class engineering team?
Your question is very relevant because the team is everything. At Pivot, if I can sum up our culture in two words, I would say speed, and excellence. So it translates into 3 things: proactivity, ownership, and pragmatism. These can sound like big words, but actually it's very actionable on the day-to-day. About proactivity, it means that everyone at Pivot is able to take initiative without waiting for instructions. About ownership is that everyone at Pivot owns their work, their topics, end to end. And finally, pragmatism is that everyone at Pivot really focuses on what truly matters, makes the right trade-off at the right time. At Pivot, we really focus on customer satisfaction, and we manage to convince clients across the globe, like Doctolib, Deezer, Malt, Flixbus, Volt, Ecovadis, and more.
I know you hire a senior engineer at Pivot, but it's often a term that is not seen the same in every team. So how would you define what is a senior engineer at Pivot?
So in our engineering team, we have only senior engineers. And to me, being a senior engineer is not a matter of number of years of experience. Well, still a bit, to be honest, of course, but it's mostly a question of maturity. So according to me, a senior engineer would really clearly identify the real problems, focuses on what matters most, prioritize well. Then a senior engineer would really think, would be very clear in terms of communication and documentation. This is key. And always think of maintainability over time. And finally, to me, a senior engineer is mostly someone who is humble and who knows how to bring the right people along with them.
Another, I think, particularity of Pivot is that quite early you were like a small team of 5 engineers, and then you scaled to 10 and then to 25 in the engineering team. So how did it go? How did you manage to create a good team and performant team with this scale that happens in 2 years, I think?
Indeed, when we started Pivot in June 2023, everything went very fast. So quickly, we were 5 developers implementing the first version of the project in production for our first client, Voodoo. And quickly, we made our Series A, and we doubled the team up to 10 and then up to 20. And not so far to 25. And so we are organized in 4 functional squads. Each squad has a backend tech lead. We have a cross-team front-end tech lead. And on purpose, we have a very small project team, so only 3 people today. For a long time, there was only Marco and our UX designer, and now we have also a PM. So it's small on purpose, because we really want to maximize the ownership and have direct communication. And so, of course, the challenge here was to really ship with a very good velocity, with still raising the bar in terms of quality. This is our main challenge on the day-to-day.
Okay, so you managed to create like small teams that still has a lot of ownership, and that's what helps you build from 5 to 25, right? So Estelle, you also told me that you managed to take recently a maternity leave. How did you make yourself replaceable within your team?
Yes, so I'm recently a mother of a little girl. She's 6 months old now. And to be honest, I felt a bit anxious before going on a maternity leave. But actually it went quite well. So indeed, at the very beginning of Pivot, I was clearly a bottleneck, but I guess it's quite normal in the early days. And quite quickly, with the team, which grew quite fast, first I couldn't know the whole code base, and I really had to delegate. So I put in place what was needed to delegate, so introducing tech leads to ensure enough proximity, but also empowering all the individual contributors and still make sure there's a strong ownership culture. And I would consider myself a bit like a music conductor. So I'm not the one playing the instruments, the parts, but I'm more the one who is coordinating everyone playing their parts together. And actually, at the end of the piece, I feel even more proud than if I had played it myself.
Okay, nice. And I think you told me that one of your co-founder said a little phrase when you came back that proves that you managed something great. So what was it?
Thanks. So before I went on maternity leave, I really organized everything. So I really hesitated between assigning someone who would replace me or having a more democratic a way of working. And I chose the second option, actually. I assigned one owner per tool, per process, per action. And my co-founder told me that the team really did an amazing job while I was off. He told me exactly the team run smoothly without you, but the team cannot progress as fast without you.
Yeah, which really embodies what you said earlier, that your role is to build the best engineering team, and so you manage to do it, but you have to be here to build a great team and make the team progress more and more every day. Maybe to finish, we I think we cannot in tech not talk about Gen AI that's changed a lot of things for a lot of startups. So in terms maybe of product to start, what did it change for Pivot?
So indeed, we need to distinguish the AI in the product and the AI used internally. So in terms of products, the Gen AI revolution actually helped us clarify our positioning. So Pivot is not an AI tool per se, but we are AI agent ready. What does that mean? So today it's not complicated to build AI powered features. Everyone does that. We do that. We have AI powered OCR and analytics. What we really focus on at Pivot is to build a vertical SaaS that would serve as the backbone of workflows, where clients can plug their AI agent seamlessly. And we already have an example. A client has already plugged their AI agent for contract negotiation into Pivot, giving their users a real insights. A reason why we do that is because we aim mid-market and enterprise clients, and actually they prefer keeping control on their data, on their models. So our strategy here is really to be AI agent ready.
In terms of AI for developer productivity, like coding engine and so on, what is the philosophy at Pivot?
So at Pivot, how do we use AI internally? We quickly introduced ChatGPT and Dust for everyone. And then regarding AI coding tools, so our philosophy is not to enforce one single tool, but actually to let engineers choose what fits them best. Because actually the space moves so fast, and it's to keep us flexible and keep the team curious. One important thing about our AI usage is that we really keep strong manual code reviews and backend guidelines, backend and frontend at our core. And today, the backend team mostly use Claude or GitHub Copilot, and the frontend team Cursor. But again, we are still watching all the AI tools that can come up.
Okay, that's very interesting, because I think you are a very mature startup in terms of AI tooling, like ChatGPT for everyone, Dust and everything. But there is a lot of startups that enforce the usage of one tool. So your choice is quite maybe a bit contrarian, but very interesting. So thank you, Estelle, for answering all the questions, and good continuation for Pivot and for you.
Thank you so much, Louis. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.